Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gaze. Let's love. I hate this setup,
Is
but
this
it is
how
what
we
it
do
is.
this?
This is how we do this. Y'all, welcome to Reality Gaze.
This is janky as fuck. Y'all, we're in 2 lawn chairs.
It's all because Poodle doesn't want to move your couch.
I do not want to move my
I
couch.
don't honestly want to move your couch.
And I don't
either.
want to keep my couch as being some kind of rotating set that we have to.
Like his bed already is.
Well, yeah, that's functional.
Y'all, it's the Les Mis of beds.
I
smell poodles.
It's like the barricade, but it's seeing lots of action. Do you hear the asshole sing?
Oh, wow.
Y'all, this is Reality Gaze Intimate Portrait. As intimate as we can be in my apartment. In 2 lawn chairs, looking like Gay, Siskel, and Ebert.
It's true, y'all. And if you're listening to the podcast, this is Reality Gaze, just a regular Reality Gaze, happily ever after. Intimate Portrait is...
Intimate Portrait!
That's what we're calling. Intimate Portrait.
Don't knock that over. I'm
not
afraid.
going to knock it over. It's if you're on the $15 Patreon tier, you get to watch us do the podcast.
Y'all, we're in my new apartment with a TV that's going to go... Well, it'll be mounted, but...
anyway, the light was bad on the couch. We don't have light, and so
no one cares about any of this. No one.
We're
gives
doing
a
it in
shit.
a janky launch. We promise it's going to get more high tech,
and I'm getting 2 chairs that aren't lawn chairs. Or when we do it, we'll do it on my couch with lights. It's just the way it's set up. It's not great for lighting.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
but y'all, it's a new season, a new show.
Yay! It's hi.
It's hey.
Welcome to hi.
Welcome to hey.
Happily Ever After. HEA, otherwise known as hi.
Hey, we just want to remind people. Last week we were on Cray Cray helping
with Kyle
fill in. So be sure to listen to that on the Cray Cray feed where we're talking about the tell-all.
I cannot get comfortable. This feels like we're talking about women's tennis. I feel like I need to talk about Steffi Graf.
Steffi Graf
she's had
like 20 years.
She's had a great season.
If you said Serena Williams, that would have been
Serena's had a great season. To you, Mary.
Oh, well, thank you, Jackie. I just want to say that her forearm was
this
is
terrible. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do the best we can. It's also it's a little bit like the In Living Color Men on Books or Men on Film, too. It's so weird. I'm just sitting here like we're camping in my living room. What did I do?
With chairs I bought from
What
Sears.
did I do to deserve this?
Who knew Sears was open? It still is, y'all.
My couch is actually very cute, y'all. The problem is...
it doesn't face a window.
The light, yeah.
Anyway, we're doing this in the day. We'll do some stuff at night. So we're going to work it out. Don't you worry about it.
So it's... this is hi. Do we have any announcements? We did, for Review-a-Palooza, all the contest winners have been contacted. So, y'all, thank you for the...
good.
We had 7 winners.
Have we... do we still need to fix that on
I've done it all. I've done it all.
So they all have their stuff?
Yep.
They've all got their
They all
free
have links.
Oh,
Yep.
great!
I handled it.
I'm proud for you.
I handled it. You act like when I do something technical that it is like a dog jumping through a hoop. You know those little dogs that would be on its hind legs?
No,
and the dog jumps through like a fire hoop.
No, you didn't tell me that you handled it. You told me that, I'll email them.
Well, you were on vacation for like a week.
Oh,
so
yes.
I was back here holding down the fort.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate, tech things haven't been your strong suit and you get stressed out about them. So when you do something technical, maybe I overly praise you. I won't do that.
Maybe you can praise me. You just don't have to act like I've just split the atom.
Well, I think from now on, I'll just say thanks, and that's all you'll get.
Thank you for doing that. That's great.
No, I don't want to overpraise you, so I'll just say thanks.
You could be a little more
Can't
urgent.
Can't win.
Sorry, also my allergies are acting up. So if you see me, so not only are we in
y'all, you're listening to a
lawn chairs
Screen Rant Top 10 right now.
Let's talk about the Screen Rant.
Screen Rant Top 10 podcast.
For those of you, well, to be fair, we were number 10.
We were 10. Yeah,
to be fair, we were the last one before the cutoff, which makes sense to me. All these other shows are much more professional.
Much more professional.
I don't know if they're better. They're just much more professional.
Pink Shade, Kate Casey, much more professional.
Cray Cray.
We are going to be on Kate Casey this week as well. Or we're going to air.
There was someone else tomorrow that we know,
but we're going to talk with Kate, Cray Cray.
That's what I said. But
Pink Shade, Cray Cray, and Kate Casey.
There was others that I thought.
Where there's somebody else?
I don't know.
Well, if I forgot, sorry.
Who cares?
But we're recording an episode tomorrow with Kate Casey talking about pig royalty.
Of course.
And also Lindsay from Summer House is going to be on her show. So
it's
great for everything.
Who's Tracy?
Who's Tracy?
I want to talk to her so bad.
So y'all, normally we say, if you're watching Intimate Portrait, we say, just imagine you're sitting on the couch with us. But instead, just, imagine you're sitting on the floor,
perching
beer.
right here on this blanket that my mother stole from the hospital when I had a coma.
She did steal it. Or maybe you're sitting up where Poodle's Google Nest is precariously sitting on his television.
It is fine there.
It stresses me out.
I don't know if you can see it. It's just sitting there.
All right.
I told you, I don't know if we've said this before. When I came back from the coma, my mother took everything in my hospital room, like multiple tubes, like lotion. She's like, "Well, we paid for it."
You did.
I'm taking it.
Wow.
And there were all these hoarded. I found all these hospital bags back in my pantry that my mother had
been taking over time. This is why you have iced tea and a turkey.
My mother. It's not a turkey thing. I need to push back on this. I bought a huge thing of sliced low sodium turkey at Target. It was a lovely portioned out Tupperware thing.
It's not Tupperware. It's just cheap plastic.
But you can reuse it for things that you weren't going to microwave. And I put iced tea in it.
Because he broke his iced tea
and
pitcher.
I washed it. Plastic doesn't taste like turkey. You need to be less judgmental.
Yeah. We should move on.
Besides announcements, Screen Rant.
Y'all Poodle's Cameo's back up. So you
it is.
Both of us on Cameo.
And I had to buy a new computer today.
His computer went out. Y'all
didn't go out. I just for what we're having to do, it's my computer's just I'm trading it in. For woefully under what I paid for it. Woefully. That Apple trade-in is a joke.
It's a joke.
Fuck that.
It's like, here's your thousands of dollars computer. By the way, 3 years old, we'll give you $110.
By the way, we're going to give you $25 and McDonald's bucks. I saw what they were going to give me. I was like, you got to be kidding.
I would be more appreciative
like
of McDonald's bucks.
Me too. Anyway, so I'm getting a new computer, so need the cameos. So go ahead and when the Amex bill comes, I'm going to be like, arms for the pool.
Send your Civil War letters, request 2 Poodle.
Those are going to start being $50. Those take me a lot of time.
Well, you still have to find the wig.
It's packed. No, it's in my car, I believe. I need to go get it.
the poor person walking by who's going to steal your car, and they see that wig, and they're like,
no.
They're like, fuck this man.
What kind of fucked
I'm
up?
out. I'm not stealing this car.
Is this a drag queen or is this just like a sick person?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's all. Are we recording? Yes, we are.
Oh,
I can't
God.
see the time limit, so we'll just have to go.
There's no time limit, is there?
Well,
also, if you all
commercial.
the sounds that you hear are these chairs groaning from my wood floors.
This is the first and the last time we could do this.
I wonder how much it's going to pick up from the microphones.
It's going to be
close.
horrible. Yeah,
it's going to be terrible
because it's just going to sound like we're fat ogres making the floor creak.
Why'd you have to say that?
Let's jump into the show.
I'm fine with an ogre. Y'all, Shrek is like 20 years old.
It is.
Like recently.
All right. This is season 6, episode 1. Be careful what you wish for.
Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Because you just... What's that from?
It's life. It's a thing that people have said for a long time.
All right.
What is it? Because you just might get it.
It's in a
something.
song.
I don't know. Who cares?
Okay.
I don't have the energy.
Do you have the energy to talk about Michael?
I do, and
y'all, she's back.
I'm of mixed feelings about our girl Angela. Angela. I am glad to see it. It feels like you're stepping into an old pair of slippers. Not comparing Angela to an old pair of slippers, but kind of.
That's true.
Kind of.
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's someone we kind of know. We don't have to devise some other way of accepting her. We don't have to figure her out. We already know who she is.
This is true.
She's a very ballsy Southern woman with very little tolerance for anything except her own lifestyle.
True.
And a man,
but who loves her grandkids.
She's pretty borderline abusive to Michael, her fiance.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
And basically the biggest issue for them is the fact that she's 54 and his family really wants him to have children. And he's gone back and forth and kind of soft pedaled the idea of having children. But now he seems like he really wants to have children. And so we get on earlier seasons, we did see Angela's tiny shriveled egg.
Yes.
That was there.
Hello.
I know. So
it's gone, y'all. The egg
that
is gone.
egg is no more. But I kind of, it's interesting seeing Angela in COVID because she really is. She's a survivor. She'll get through anything.
She's a cockroach.
Yeah. But she, my favorite is due to the COVID.
Due to the COVID.
She says, unlike my father who says the cova.
And my father says the COVID.
You know,
but they all say the.
Her mother, her aunt got the cova.
Why do you think they say the?
They say the for everything.
Why?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
I've stopped trying to understand why my father and mother do things.
Boy, learned that the hard way.
So, y'all, Angela, I do feel a little.
My head is
here.
So much bigger than you on this picture. It looks like we're forced perspective. Like I'm sitting 4 feet above you.
As long as I look tiny and thin, I'm fine with that.
God, it's giant.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've always kind of had a big
Mars
melon,
had big heads.
Melon sitting on.
My nephew's heads are huge.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big-headed people. I never can find a mask that really fits me. If you've got a big head, come at me. Let me know if you've got a good mask that fits you.
Maybe you could just wear a pair of underwear.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
A pair of panties.
Angela's panties would probably fit great on my head.
It's not just the size of it. It's the width of it, too.
It's the circumference.
Yeah.
I can't find fitted hats.
It's like a big pumpkin.
It's true.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Anyway.
It's one thing I would change about you.
I'm glad for you there's only one. For me, there's more.
I said it's one of those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all, my iPad just told me the Oscars are on. I don't give a shit.
I'm recording them.
I don't think I am.
Who cares?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about something
she's weighing herself.
Y'all, this is brave. Angela on television, she weighs 273.
Yeah.
I raise your hand if you would step on a scale and show your weight on national TV.
You're not going to see my hand raised.
That's fucking ballsy.
My doctor knows that, and maybe the nurse. But I'd prefer to clock her and make her not remember the last 1 minute of her recording my weight. No one is going to know my weight.
She'll remember.
No one knows Mother Poodle's weight.
What is it like when you step onto right when you step onto the scale? Are you panicked? I get nervous.
It's kind of like when you haven't seen a dick pic of some hookup and you're like, please be good. When you don't have that assurance.
But unlike a hookup, sometimes the dicks are nice.
But actually, sometimes you want a bigger amount.
You want a
bigger.
Yeah. But when you're separate, have you ever stepped on the scale of the doctor's office?
Never at the doctor.
This is great.
Never been at the doctor.
Never.
Also, my doctor's scale is bullshit because I'm always.
Like 10 pounds
this
heavier.
is garbage.
Ugh.
I think it's just fucking with my head.
I'm scared. I think I want to have a physical.
And when I say things like, "Well, my scale says I know I sound like a crazy person."
I say it to him too, and I know I'm crazy.
He's like, "Yeah, we wonder, how many people said that." It's but yeah, she weighs herself. It's a big deal to do that on.
It's a big deal to do that.
She's pretty brave.
Pretty brave. Yeah, she's living with her grandkids and her daughter Skyla and y'all. She
I've forgotten how I kind of missed Skyla. I kind of missed Angela a little bit. I won't miss her as soon as she starts screaming at Michael. Probably.
No, I won't miss her talking over everyone in the tell-all.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be awful then.
But I do.
Maybe Yara will make her quiet.
I have a love-hate with. I don't even.
Well,
hate.
You know why? She's come. We know who she is. She comes from the same place we do. Yep.
Trash. Basically,
dead on.
So
wasn't going to say it, but yes,
they talk about. So Michael,
see my writing.
He's 32. He's in Nigeria, baby. And so
again, place names that don't need baby after them.
Now I think one reason Angela's doing this, y'all, because I can understand
Slovenia,
this.
baby.
Slovenia.
Actually, Slovenia is probably pretty nice.
That one's pretty
Turkmenistan, baby.
Sure. So.
Tajikistan.
Oh God!
I'm done.
So her mom passed, and I think she doesn't say this, but I think that was a big wake up call for Angela.
Her, yeah, that was now when your parents are dead, your mortality becomes real.
I felt this seeing my dad. It's just kind of like, okay, I got to get my shit together.
Yeah,
whether I want to or not.
I've offered to be your health and wellness coach, but you've yet to take me up on it.
I've also been offered to sleep on a bed of lava for 8 hours, and I'd rather do that. That actually would be more comfortable.
I've offered to give you my friend rate of coaching,
and that just because you're broke because you had to buy everything for your apartment, you're trying to hawk everything now.
We'd be weighing your food.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so
I've been sitting on your back doing push-ups.
Angela's never talked about her weight, and she says that it's been 7 months since she saw Michael last because of the COVID.
The
COVID, I haven't got to see him. And this is where Angela starts to talk about. She said that she's been a big girl her whole life.
The one thing that worries me is she has those skinny little legs, and that's kind of a Angela's diabetic body.
Angela's body type is one of the, and I don't mean this about her. I just mean it's one of the most unhealthy body types that you can have.
Yeah,
and I gain weight the same way. I get it just all. My legs will stay thin, and I'll gain it just up there.
Not mine. I'll put on a pair of jeans if I gain weight, and it looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'm like, sausage for sale. Who wanted some Genoa salami?
It just looks like you're doing drag and you're padding.
It does, but the padding is all natural.
It's all natural.
No, for me, my legs, in my butt, tummy, and in my face. You'll see it.
Yeah.
I show all of it. Yeah. If I was to be able to get pregnant, not that I haven't tried, unintentionally, I would be the ugliest. Like, I would be. The pregnancy for me would be really bad. I would not show my face.
Did your mom have a hard pregnancy?
I've seen a couple of pictures. It wasn't kind to her. No. My sister-in-law looked like my sister-in-law. She didn't do anything. Like, she was fine. There was just like a baby bump.
I bet your mom was pissed.
Hated her.
So Angela's she's basically saying she's had no energy. And she says that, which
I need to say that the reason she's like, grandkids, Meemaw's getting fatter for some unknown reason. And the kids say, Meemaw's getting bigger because she eats lots of sweets.
She eats sweets all the time.
Snickers,
ho-hos,
pies,
more ho-hos,
cake,
Twinkies.
Lots of cake.
Twinkies on Friday.
Sometimes moon pies at night.
And junior bars every Sunday morning.
What are junior bars?
I just made them up. But they sound like
I thought that was some kind of a Oklahoma candy.
Come at me if you know what a junior bar is.
Good Lord. Anyway, her grandchildren read her for filth.
They are beautiful, though.
I liked
her
it
grandkids are gorgeous.
They are. And I liked it when she's like, we don't want you to be a ghost.
That was like, what? And she was like, I'm not
dead. She's like, well.
But she's getting gastric sleeve bypass. Now, she's tried dieting. She's done fat-burning pills.
Fat-burning pills.
Now, for some reason...
You know that she's tried stuff that she's bought at like a gas station.
Oh,
over the corner
for sure.
These burn fat. That works, right? Dr. Phil's sells them.
Skyline got some pills of the Kanoko. It's gonna be
Sunoco.
This is gonna work. No, there's Kanoko.
There's Kanoko too.
Yeah,
I thought it was Sunoco.
Because where I'm from, it does not make sense, but we call it Conoco.
Oh, I do know Conoco.
It's spelled the same way as Sunoco.
I think it's called Conoco.
Oh,
I
it
think
is called
that's the name.
Conoco.
But it is Sunoco, I believe, like Sunoco.
So we call it Sunoco because we call it Conoco.
This is stupid. So do we want to finish Angela, or then we'll talk about Michael, or should we do it in the middle?
She calls Michael, so we'll break and talk about Michael. I just want to say that she is going to Beverly Hills to get her fat reduction surgery.
Beverly Hills, that's where I'm gonna be.
And she says that's because you can't get it done here. And I'm like, there's a lot of fat people in Georgia. I guarantee
she could go to Atlanta.
She's not far from Atlanta. Y'all, it's because
she's probably about 2 hours from Atlanta.
It's because somebody's doing it for free because she's going to put it on her Instagram.
Amen. Yeah, someone offered her for surgery to do it. Yeah. I guarantee you people like...
Which, if I do it, we're not here to
Would you do it if someone offered you from some other place?
The gastric thing, I would not, only because everybody in my family has gotten it. My father has, my brother had it, he got his removed.
Your brother?
Aunt Darla got it. I don't think Aunt Peggy got it, but a lot of people have had problems with it in my family, so I wouldn't get that. But if someone was a good plastic surgeon and they offered me a facelift for free, my ass would be on that plane.
Could I tell them what to do with it?
Mm-mm. No.
Especially the parts of your face that genuinely annoy me.
No.
Okay.
You wouldn't have any input at all.
All right. Okay. I'll be okay with that.
Maybe if you Instagram more and built your Instagram instead of having like 3,000 followers.
I just won't buy any like you did.
I didn't. Those are real. I post. When's the last time you posted on Instagram?
It's been a while. I post on our Reality Gaze account. That I
Christina does.
But I do it too.
It's fine. So let's talk about Michael.
He's holding a baby, which I believe is his niece
Nephew.
or his
niece
or grandniece or second cousin or something. And Aunt Lydia's like, we're expecting son soon.
We're expecting son. And I went, oh, God.
Still
are we
the
really
same thing.
Going to still push this fucking storyline?
The thing is, I know we're questioning that, but this is really important to that culture.
It is.
That culture that he's in.
But there's talk about not a realist perspective.
I know.
Of what's going to happen in life.
Well, I don't think his family gets too much into the details. I think they're just knowing that he's going to make it happen because he's the man. He'll make it happen. But in a way, Angela's the man.
Angela makes every decision.
Yeah, so and that's the difference here. One of the reasons that their story is so interesting with like twists and turns is because she is her fiance or her husband now is someone from a very patriarchal culture where the men make the decisions. However, she has all the finances.
She has all the finances, and so
it's an interesting
and if she
dichotomy.
listens to Michael and takes in his consideration, we don't see it.
No,
it's not edited.
He does not
way.
want her. He does not want her to get the surgery.
Yeah,
and she's like, well, unless you're here to stop me, I'm gonna get it.
And I mean, I'm actually more. I mean, Angela keeps saying, I want to do this to be a sexy bitch, and I'm like, well, that's not probably the best reason to get surgery. But she does say several times, this is for her health, and I hope that because honestly, for someone like Angela, sometimes. Each case is its own. So I'm not saying it's bad, but for sometimes this is the best thing for people to do.
I don't have any problem with it. I'm saying even if it's for how she feels about herself and if that's even stronger than the health reason, I say go ahead and do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there is
drastic.
There is a danger to doing it, and I think that's something you should talk about with your partner and your family. But in the end of the day, it's your decision.
But where is Angela going to be headed with as much weight as she has on her, and she smokes? Like, she doesn't lose weight.
No, I totally agree with you. I'm just saying.
Why are you trying to hold my hand? You just tried to hold my hand because we're having to sit close together.
First of all, holding your hand, it'd be so clammy.
No, we could do it.
No, it's like
one
holding
bread,
it's like holding my
one body,
not one bread, one body,
one Lord.
If I could be 25 feet away, I would. I have my niece, who's now, when she was younger, she still does it though. If I ever have to hold her hand across the street, I can always guarantee you her hand is sticky with something, or it's grimy or something.
Yes, she's a kid,
and I'll just go. But it's like, and my youngest nephew is 3, but she just is always getting into something. My oldest nephew now knows like to wash his hands more, but like. Hers, she's always been doing something. There's like a film on it.
That's kids.
I know, but I'm just like, maybe
don't have children.
You know what? It's not really in the plan, like Mark says.
Not really in the plan. So they're basically.
God, this is uncomfortable.
Michael talks a little bit about how Angela met. He's like, I could not stop looking at her boobs.
Yeah,
I'm a boob man.
We've known this before, y'all. If you want to go back and look at the story of Angela and Michael, go right ahead.
So he tells his sister, he's like, Angela's going to have the surgery.
Is this the sister, the Aunt Lydia? I could not remember.
It's just I forget. I think it's Lydia, but she's like, did you tell her your descent? And I was.
Good luck getting that word in.
And so basically the sister says, I don't think it's proper for a woman of 54 years old to have this type of surgery.
Good luck.
I think Angela should have listened to him. Women in Nigeria that do this is very expensive. She could have used this money to pay for a surrogate.
Well, she doesn't even say surrogate. She could have.
No, she does talk about a surrogate later.
Well, but I'm thinking. She says,
she said, why didn't she keep that
baby.
money? She said to Michael, why didn't she keep that money for a surrogate baby?
And you guys, this is purely cultural.
Well, she doesn't think Angela wants to have a baby, which
she doesn't.
Angela doesn't. And she says, she doesn't see the health benefits of this. She says, Angela just wants to do this to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Which
for her in that culture is not a reason.
But she
to
probably
get the
tells
surgery.
Michael that too. She probably only tells Michael, I'm gonna be a sexy bitch, and what she doesn't realize though, if she explained probably a bit, it was about her health and explained to Michael the health situations. But it's like Angela, I don't think she can really face that.
But weirdly, I think when she's saying I'm going to do it be a sexy bitch, she's thinking that's going to be her gift to Michael too.
That's
true.
So
I don't think it's one-sided either. However, Michael thinks that when she's doing this, there's a part in his mind that says she will leave me when she gets thin, and when she talks to him later.
Which blew my mind.
Me too. That
blew my mind.
That was the biggest.
That was a big revelation.
That was the biggest reveal of this entire segment.
I was like, Michael, you got that Nigerian dick she keeps talking about.
No, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that. So
you said that you said that in pursed
your
lips, like one of your kids said something bad in front of company. You said,
we're going to talk about that later.
Shailene, we're going to talk about that later.
Can we talk about that when company's not over?
How many times?
Jay Bird, why are you saying things like that in front of company? That's not what you say.
Do you know, if I had $1 every time I heard, Matthew, we'll talk about that later, I'd have a lot of dollars.
When I was a child, during the children's sermon at church, I was told by my mom over and over again, now you can answer a question, but you can't answer them all. You don't want to be that kid. So you can let other people talk.
So when the kids went up in front of the church,
I was coached. I was coached for children's sermons.
Because you were such a know-it-all.
Because I knew the answers, and I didn't realize that I shouldn't answer all the questions.
And were you just sitting there bouncing out your seat that you knew?
Yes.
And other kids answered wrong, and you looked at them scornfully?
Yes. Yes. And my mother would say, now don't talk about anything at home either. And I would say something, my mother did this last week or something. And my mother would just sink down in the pew. But my mother said that every time I would go up for the children's sermon, both her and my father were just they were on eggshells, afraid of what I would say. My brother didn't really talk in them.
Yeah, I think he got the cues.
For some reason, I thought the children's sermon was my open mic. I was there.
Hey there,
I was there testing out material.
It's Little Pooh's.
It was Little Pooh's children's sermon. Hey y'all, you know what communion is?
We're going to talk about brotherly love.
Do we do brotherly love?
Not sisterly.
That.
Not familiar.
I'll be here all week. No, just on Sundays.
Just on Sundays. Until it's my bedtime.
Which I never want to go to bed, y'all. Who hates bedtime? Raise your hand.
You know what? When I think about it, you have actually probably aged your mother 10 years.
I was a very willful child. Yeah.
You're gonna have to take care of her when they're old because you owe her.
I know. Anyway, so the kid, she's leaving, and basically
she calls Michael before,
right?
And Michael, she says,
before that, I want to say she did say, I thought marrying Michael would make
that's what I was going to say. Yeah,
all my problems go away.
She's more nervous,
but it made me more nervous. And this is a good reminder, y'all. When you get married, your problems don't go away.
When you get married,
or if you move to a different place, your problems don't go away.
You have a baby.
You have a baby to save a relationship.
Yes.
Or like Kalani, who we'll see later, you buy a house to save your marriage.
Wow.
I know. Talk about my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
When she said that,
I'm like, you are no, honey, you are smarter than this.
We need to go rescue her.
I'm telling you, we need to go rescue her.
I need a show with her and Colini trying to find a guy for her to date once she has left him.
I'm okay. She would be great on The Single Life.
Oh. I'm afraid she'd eat a lot of the men for breakfast, though.
Oh, yes.
So we'd have to figure out.
We'd have to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
anyway, where were we?
But Angela does keep talking like she always. What basically she worries about is she kind of realized, wait a minute, Michael's always going to look young.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to look old. I've got to make myself look young on the outside so that way I don't look so ridiculous with
Think
him.
about that algebra, y'all. That is so defeatist. And just the worst way to imagine that.
It's not great.
Because he loves you for you.
Yeah, he really does love her.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So anyway, but Michael is like he does say, y'all, famous last. He's like, I don't want you to do this, baby. It's fine. And then he says, I trust you. Don't do anything behind my back.
And then she's like, so one time I think you might leave me. And she's like, well, Michael, I just need to tell you, only once in a lifetime, I wrote this down verbatim. Does someone's penis fit a vagina like a hand in a glove? What poetry.
I finally found a dick of a lifetime in my vagina.
Y'all, I had to pause it and scream laugh.
I finally found
the dick. She said it with such earnestness. Michael, only once in a lifetime does someone's penis fit a vagina.
I can count on one hand. There are some dicks that just...
Oh, I have one who's in my rotation, but I don't schedule him too much because I know
you'll fall in love with him.
I know, and I know he's not a good guy.
Oh, he's not?
He's not a bad guy. He's not relationship material.
He doesn't have a job.
No, he does.
Is he not responsible?
No, he is.
Does he have kids?
No.
Does he smell bad?
No, he's great. I think
is
he's
he
attractive.
Stupid?
No.
What's the problem? What's the problem here?
I don't know. He actually makes good money.
But does he have the same reaction as having sex with you?
Yes.
What the?
In fact, he was the one. He didn't break the seal, but he was right after it.
Because you didn't want a big one for the first time.
No. You gotta have a starter dick.
It's true.
Yeah. Once your bridge has been closed for renovations, once your covered bridge has been.
The bridge is falling down.
Lot of work on the foundation. Yeah.
What's the problem? Date this guy. Are you afraid that you'll fuck it up and then you won't have that dick anymore?
That's part of it.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Because then if I ruin it...
Poodle, you're enough for that dick. You're enough.
But no, I'm saying if I know I'm enough. I'm saying if I ruin it, that'll be another A1 dick.
And you've lost other A1 dicks in the past.
I know, with trying to do that. I'll know when my dick comes along. I'll know then and there. Anyway, yes. I know you'll be just what I need. It'll go deep. It's quite fat.
In my eyes.
Exactly.
And I'll stop.
Do-do-do.
And I'll stare.
Do-do-do.
At that dick.
Do-do-do.
Stick it in you.
I'll know when my dick comes on. Thank you. Thank you,
neighbors. It's.
Y'all,
so sorry.
We kind of ramrodded them into gayness. They don't even know.
You know what I kind of like about this setup?
It's very live.
I'm starting to enjoy it. It feels like we're doing more of a live show.
If we weren't in Sears lawn chairs.
Yo, I still can't believe Sears was open. It literally is 1989.
This does kind of feel like a live show.
I do enjoy that part. Anyway, we need to move on.
And honestly, what says here is warning: no hot liquids.
Aviso, no
liquidos calientes. But I assume this would go up like a Roman candle when a hot piece of coffee was there. Yeah,
because they know it'll
only the best from Sears.
Only the best.
So what else besides with a penis that fit her vagina like a hand in a glove? Let's drop phone sex tonight.
So the thing is, now she's going off to L.A. She's got to go on a liquid diet.
Beverly Hills.
And Angela says this, y'all. Again, my family has done this. You've got to go on a liquid diet for like 30 days before.
Really?
This is why my father and my brother, but especially my father, did not do well on this because
he didn't do it.
Aunt Darla, y'all, they're not a rule follower.
No,
you can't go to KFC and eat a small portion of mac and cheese when you're getting gastric sleeve.
So they didn't follow the rules.
Well, the way it works, I'd
be so afraid of. So
gastric sleeve. If Angela's having the sleeve, it compresses your stomach.
Yeah, makes it smaller.
So you're not. If you really want to do more foolproof, it's when they actually remove a part of your stomach.
Wonder which one Brittany from Smothered got.
Does
this work good with
I
my
think she got the one.
Crab cake.
I don't know. I forgot crab that cake. She's so. Wait, no, she didn't have a sleeve.
No, she had a sleeve.
I thought she just had a tummy tuck.
Does this go good with my sleeve?
No, she had a sleeve.
Yeah, because she was bigger before.
Yes. And
so
when she was younger, she had a full coating of hair all over her.
Well, Brittany. So with the gastric sleeve, it's like imagine it's compressed. So you can eat food and then you can drink water, a liquid, and it will wash the food down so you can eat more.
Okay.
So you can cheat on it.
Okay.
Whereas if you get your stomach removed, you can't cheat on that.
You don't get your stomach removed.
Or you get part of it. But if you do that, that's you can't fucking cheat on that, from my understanding. But anyway, I'm not an expert on gastric sleeve.
Yeah, don't come at us
and say, Carl, Maddie convinced me. I finally No, it's not. But
if we're going to do these intimate portraits, we really should have a woman in a house coat
that just goes in. Who just walks in with the walker.
Carl!
But you've got it now, and I have 2 or 3 friends who have done this that have been very successful.
Yeah.
And the thing that they realized for them, they said, I realized when I did this gastric sleeve, I'm a food addict, and my addiction is food. And so they confronted the addiction.
Learn more about the addiction and the mental side of it.
And why they learned about the addiction. They learned about why they ate. They learned about their triggers.
And your father and brother did that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Chelsea Marr really did that one.
Yeah.
Not at all. So it's...
You're wondering if Angela will do that.
I think it's going to be
highly suspect.
Which we know now. Cut to, we have seen that Angela's lost weight.
Yeah.
So maybe Angela has done that. I think it's different from Angela because she's doing this on television. And if I knew that people were documenting this, I would be a lot stricter about it too.
Yeah.
But as Angela says, I'm a rule breaker. I don't like y'all.
She's like, I only, I've been doing. She's on the phone with her nurse. I think her. What do they call it? Her
Natalie.
She's like,
isn't it Natalie? Yeah, Natasha.
Her. I can't remember what it is. Her clinician or whatever.
I just want to.
And she's like, I've been eating liquid diet. Although I did have a little bit of eggs this morning, a little bit of grits, and a little bit of sausage,
and a lot of bacon.
I just like the idea of eating a little bit of grits and a little bit of sausage and thinking it's okay for a liquid diet.
I'm just so hungry. Who's Tracy? I just want to say, how weird was it seeing Angela in LAX in those fucking Walmart bell-bottom
It was
pants
weird.
Where we
it was
stood
so
forever.
Weird.
We have stood. She was at Terminal 2.
Yeah.
I was just standing there like a month ago getting picked up.
And just like waiting for, and that poor Uber driver, and she's just talking to her like she's her best friend.
Not wearing a mask, mind you.
No.
I bet you that wasn't an Uber driver. I bet because she's in LA, I'm hoping that probably was a PA driving a van.
Let's hope so.
That's probably what they did.
Let's hope
they had
so.
a car for her, I'm sure.
And I liked it when she said she also was having to quit smoking. She's like, cigarettes help me with my calmness. And I wrote down, they need to do a lot better. Because she ain't calm
they ain't
ever.
A-working.
They ain't a-working.
Angela.
So she does say that
and Natasha said, did you stop smoking cigarettes, Angela?
She's like, sorry, the phone is breaking up.
Can't hear you.
Anyway, she said she did have a little bit like a cigarette occasionally, but she is trying to change. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I don't. You can't fuck with your health like that. Anyway,
y'all, I think we should take a quick commercial because that was a long segment.
It was.
We'll see you on the other side. Y'all, we're back.
We're back, everybody. We're back.
We're back. Y'all on the podcast might have you might not have seen what just happened.
Yeah, Poodle was just showing his crotch to the camera. Sorry, Christina.
Showing my crotch.
You get to edit that out.
It's dark here. I need a lamp to read my writing.
All right.
Y'all, because Angela's was so long, we're gonna dig in a little bit to my favorite couple.
Just getting it over.
Not Brandon and Julia.
Vegas.
So no, don't spoil it, y'all. They're packing. So we're so excited. This is the couple who if you're new, if you didn't watch last season of 90 Day Fiancé, my question is, where were you?
Where were you?
But this is a couple who we just seen on this most recent season. The most interesting thing about them is his parents.
Yep.
Everything else, he's a man boy.
I do like her. She didn't do great on the tell-all, but
she ruined herself for me. She just came off as a twit.
She did.
Yeah,
she did.
And it's a shame because what we realize is Yara, Julia's 26, Yara is 25.
They live different lives.
Right?
Different lives.
I thought Yara was like closer to 30.
Well, Yara wears so much makeup, it makes women look older, too.
Right.
But Yara does act older.
Yeah. Anyway.
Julia does not.
No.
Anyway.
So, y'all, they're very excited. They're leaving the farm. They're
leaving the farm.
Never mind. It's just vacation to Vegas.
They're just going to Vegas.
They're still there with Bob and Sheila. Or Don and Betty.
Don and Betty. Brandon got a new job, and so and he's going to be making more money, so he has some downtime
and better hours, which is something. He's changing.
We can't get comfortable in these lawn chairs.
I haven't been comfortable 1 minute in these chairs.
We're going to have to work
1 minute
out. See, I wanted to record the podcast at night. But someone told me
not true.
But someone told me
not true.
No, someone said that's my entertaining hours. You're not allowed.
No, suggested.
I'm sorry. When the sun goes down, your ass comes out like a vampire and
like spits at people.
I want to suck your semen. Wait a minute. That's combining that with no. We can't ruin Sesame Street. We can't.
You did it. I do feel like we're here discussing golf. It's so weird.
And young Tiger walks up to the green.
Tiger. I think that's a little in bad taste because he's still recovering from a horrible auto crash.
And I was about to say, Tiger, are you focusing on the putt or that woman you're going to cheat on your wife with?
Why don't we give him a little bit of grace? He was in a really bad accident.
Was it really bad?
Yes.
He was?
Yes.
Is he dead?
No, he's fine.
Oh, good.
Well, no, I think he's going to need surgeries.
Oh.
He's not. Where have you been?
I'm a horrible person. Why do you think I know anything about golf?
Thank you for saying what I've been saying for years.
I know nothing about golf.
But no, it was a story. That's what I'm thinking.
I've been busy.
You're blind. Oh, God. We'll probably edit that out because that was awful.
I didn't know.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't know.
So they're going to Las Vegas.
Yes.
I said that she wants to be Yara because they had their own Vegas vacation.
Oh, well, at the time she didn't know that, though. This was filmed before the tell-all.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, this was filmed like 4 months ago, at least.
So I guess they filmed it. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So the weird thing, she said, she's like, when they tried.
But I think, not to interrupt you, but I do think some of the episode is aired.
Yeah.
Because that's interesting on Happily Ever After for the newer couples, because you see how they have changed because of the edit they got. And Brandon is way nicer to Julia now.
Yes.
Like, complete 180. Or as some people say in the 90 Day Fiancé,
360. Complete 360. I've done a complete circle.
Complete 360. Yeah.
So they do that on all reality shows.
They do.
So I want to say one thing. I'm not trying to hold your hand.
Stop trying to hold my hand.
Your hand. I actually...
One bread, one body.
Why do you sing one bread, one body when you're trying to hold my hand?
Because that's what we sang when we held hands at church.
I thought you would sing one hand, one heart.
That's a song from West Side Story.
I know.
We don't sing that in Catholic Mass.
You wouldn't sing that. I'm
Come
saying...
at me if you sing West Side Story in your Catholic church.
No, I'm saying that when you would try to take my hand, because like one hand, one heart.
Oh, my hand and one... Yeah.
Thank you. That was a much better thing than one bread, one body.
I'm just speaking to what's real for me.
Yeah, you never have a problem doing that. So what do you think about... we get a little bit of their backstory that did we get this on the original?
I blanked out. I don't remember it.
That they met only because Julia ran into his best friend and he was visiting.
I think we did, but
I don't remember it.
Potato.
Right? Boring. But you know what? We shouldn't say potatoes are boring because they are delicious.
Oh, yeah. Tomato. Oh, I like tomatoes, too.
Tomato, rutabaga.
Yeah, there you go. Rhubarb.
I think rhubarb it's interesting when you mix it with strawberries. No one gives a fuck about any of this. Wow. Even I had a moment there where I just realized, I just went, you're making no sense and you need to stop that. I wish I could give you that perspective. So, anyway, his friend met Julia and said, "You're just like my best friend. You guys will be perfect for one another," which is a weird thing to say.
It is.
Anyway, so they, of course, they're perfect, very jealous.
I had to propose to her that I mean, love. And then we get married, and then they get married, and then that's kind of it. And so they're packing.
I just want to say, he makes a comment, said, I would have married you on day one, but you didn't want to. It was very obvious you cared nothing about...
I'm telling you, it's a change for the edit.
You cared nothing about worrying about... You cared nothing about the ceremony. You wanted to do... You delayed the wedding for as long as you could for COVID.
I'm telling you, he saw his edit.
You're exactly right. He saw his edit.
I got to do damage control.
Yeah.
Between that and his problematic Instagram video.
Of course, they're about to leave, and mom and dad saying, "Where are you guys going?
Where are you going? We're just feeding the hogs.
Where you want to help us feed the animals before you leave?"
No, Adam, no.
I liked it when she said, they're like, "So when you come back again?" Julie's like, "Never."
I think they get along now. Actually,
I think
really
they do.
Joke.
I think that is. I think a lot of the parents' personality is to show they're trying to be more obnoxious.
Because I actually think,
the dad, I think that's him. I think mom is trying to be more.
Although one of our sissies who works with her said that she's
just like
with
that.
Brandon.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
So maybe you just don't want to believe there's people out there like that.
I would rather
think
not.
That's it.
So
think about it.
Then,
close your eyes. We've never done this on a video.
I don't like this.
Close your eyes. Take a breath. And imagine you walk into an office space full of cubicles and you realize Betty is real.
No. You know what? I've worked with women like that, so you're right. I blocked it out. My favorite thing that Betty says is, "Don't get sucked into the showgirls."
Showgirls.
You know,
you were in the go-go life. Now you're going to be in the showgirl life.
They're questionable morals or something like that. I
just want to say, showgirls are really hard workers, and their morals are just fucking fine.
And people live in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Wow. Apparently we're burping
I had
now
some
on
of my
our show.
stock in a cup. Chicken stock.
That made you sound 80s.
I just had some Metamucil. It was delicious. And
I just had some bean broth in a goblet.
So a little bit of dildo swaggins there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ron says, well, he's been more submissive to all of Julia's whims. We have a word for that. We call it...
Betty, don't say it.
Whipped.
Y'all, he didn't want to say whipped.
Whooped. He wanted to say pussy whipped.
He wanted to say pussy whipped. Yeah. That's what he wanted to say.
And I want to say, I want to say I was wrong about something, but I said something about like I've been fucked and I'm something about having sex all the time, and I said, and I would keep playing out every game because Mama didn't raise no pussy, and I said that, and someone said, when you say that, she's like, I know it means nothing means nothing to you. You don't think about it, but I said, sounds like that the word for a vagina is a weak thing.
Oh, and that's like the strongest
and that's
thing.
And I don't really, and it can seem like a small thing, but she's totally right. And I was saying it to use a heterosexual term like that people use for me.
For you, that's what they call us.
But I totally understand that.
That's the whole point of microaggressions. Is people are like, well, I don't mean that. It's okay.
No, I totally get it.
That it's being that.
But it was nice. It was nice for her. She said, I know you didn't mean it this way, but it's a word that's perpetuated the vagina as being weak.
Yeah, because we
and
never
women
hear,
as being weak. Yeah.
It's interesting when we call someone a dick.
It's not that
means they're
cocky and arrogant and a jerk.
Arrogant and kind of forceful. Really, think
no,
about
it's
that.
our terms, gendered terms. Yep, totally agree with you. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because it was a good point.
Suck a dick and learn things.
I totally admit it when I say something like that.
Again, that's what I think some people, when they don't get microaggressions, because they're like, but wait, that's not what I meant. That's not what That's the whole point of microaggressions. We don't even realize we're doing that. Mm-hmm. And that's like just being like, you don't have to feel guilty about it, but it's more going, fuck, I don't want to contribute to that. Let me change my language.
Totally.
So now let's go to the Tuscany Suites.
Yo,
Can we go to the Tuscany
This
Suites?
is not on the Strip.
Okay.
Where is this?
It's by...
You know where this is?
I know. I went and I Googled it. It's just... If you go where the Flamingo is...
Yeah.
And go not anywhere...
Behind it.
Anywhere near that. If you go around the corner, back behind it... Behind... what's it called? The hotel where you... speaking of vaginas, I remember women wore
the worst version of pyramid ever.
No, women were wearing such short skirts. I saw actual
labia.
The Hard Rock Hotel.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you go around the Hard Rock Hotel, and it's
really trashy.
It's off that, but it is on the Las Vegas Strip.
Technically,
it's technically on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Right.
And I have to say, in the pictures, it looked nice.
I'd never heard of it before.
Never heard of it in my life. And they pulled up the Tuscany Suites. I went,
wonder where this is.
Wonder where the fuck this is.
Not the Bellagio.
Y'all.
Not even the Excalibur, y'all.
Not even Paris.
Not even Circus.
Not even the Strat.
Oh, the Strat.
Which is really inexpensive after its rebrand. I mean, really.
Do they really call it the Strat?
No, it is. It is rebranded as the Strat now instead of the Stratosphere.
Why is that better?
It's not. By the way, Stratosphere, if you want us to advertise,
I will totally.
We'll call you Strat.
So she says they're out and they're enjoying the city, and they're on the town, and she's like, I'm feeling so free. What do you think we live here? And he does this really cruel thing.
By the way, they're in downtown Las Vegas.
This is downtown.
They're not on the Strip. They're in downtown.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
No.
And
she's like, well, you won't believe this, but tomorrow we're actually going to look at property. She's like, no. And she's like, yes, I'm kidding. He's like, people don't live here. And I think that's a lie. We know Colt and Debbie and Vanessa.
I think what he didn't make it clear
the
to her.
Strip.
People, like,
and the casino area.
People do say that. I've been with people that are like, "Oh my god, wouldn't it be amazing to live here?" I'm like, "No, you'd be fucking broke and addicted to gambling."
The part of Vegas that people live in is nothing like.
It's two different cities.
Yeah,
it's two different.
Like
cities.
my friends who work at casinos, they live, and it's very cheap to live there.
It is
because you live
no state tax.
Yeah, you live right outside, or in more of what the city of Las Vegas is, as we know from watching intervention this year. Huge number of substance abuse.
Well, because it's rural, you can make it easily there, and people. But I bet Vegas is a nice place. I mean, I bet it'd be nice to live in a suburb, and if you want to go eat fucking Bobby Flay food, you can just go to a casino and have it.
Supposedly, there's nothing to do that's not on the Strip. That's what everyone says. But people get bored there.
Oh, they do get bored there. So they don't have they don't have a lot of museums and things like that.
I think they're building it up.
But UNLV is a good school, but it's a party school.
Almost everyone I know who's moved there gets out after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come at us, Vegas sissies. Let us know.
Some people love it. Yeah.
We'll be doing a show there. Won't be on the Strip.
No, I think the Tuscan Suites are calling our name.
Yes.
We'll be in the blue room.
The ballroom, blue room.
Yes.
Okay. So he trying to explain it. She was like, "It's not funny, Brandon. It's not funny. You tease me. You joke too much."
Right.
And he's like, "This is not real life." And she's like, then she goes into, "Brandon, I try to be nice. But your mother controls everything."
I feel like this is just a rehash.
It is a rehash.
And I feel like this...
And granted, they just happened. But if you're going to see them a happily ever after, like Angela and Michael, they're in a new phase.
Yeah.
Yara and Jovi, we're going to see them a baby.
They haven't done anything new.
This is literally, they're in the same place. I don't think this was a good couple to carry over for happily ever.
Totally agree.
And it's not a personal thing against them, but I think they should have given them a season. You know who I want to hear from? That somebody just mentioned them. Oh, man, I'm so terrible. The hot London guy who we want to have sex with.
Yeah. Tom?
No. Him and Rachel.
Oh, John and Rachel. No, I don't want to know about that.
Oh, he's so handsome.
I find their storyline really, really gross.
Wow,
the whole she's my daughter. I've sent you the placenta.
It's weird.
And I feel and his propensity for violence.
So you wouldn't you wouldn't have sex with him.
Sex, yes, and it would probably be some choking involved.
We can't.
I don't love that.
Okay,
but
for someone who says they don't love choking, you talk about
I've mentioned
getting choked
it
alive.
twice.
I think you need to get it out and just try it. It's fine.
No, I have tried it, and I'm like, can you take your fingers off?
I don't think I would like it.
I usually hit them when I've done that. Speaking of violence, look at me.
We need to move on.
Anyway, you're right. I don't like them. I don't think we're the only thing that's going to make them
need a new beat.
They're not going to be bearable on this season without the parents.
It needs to be about them moving out, and that's what it's going to become.
I'm afraid this is going to be about her getting her green card.
It's going to be the same thing of which we're going to talk about them on part 2.
Yeah,
but it's going to be in Mike and Natalie. Mike and Natalie are going to be the same bullshit as well. Literally, just him making. He's already making that same face.
Well, they are going to visit Butter soon.
Y'all, I'm so excited that Natalie's going to Oklahoma. I can't even express this.
What is this? What is this? What is something called chicken fried steak?
What is this? What is this? This wilderness in the Arbuckle.
I do not. I want to eat something healthy. Come see the animals. It's Arbuckle wilderness. The animals. No, I am scared of animals. I am scared of all the animals. You bear in wood. In wood. Excuse me.
Are we done?
We're done.
I think basically Brandon says, unless you have some, he does get a little bit. He says, look, unless you have some hidden income that we know about that you're bringing to the table.
Which is shitty to say. Which tells us, you guys, he hasn't changed. He's still shitty.
He's going to be shitty.
Oh,
God, I'm FaceTiming my family member.
And talk about a terrible view.
I know. I'm just like, ugh.
Y'all, if you've ever done that, I looked at myself.
I hate it
on my phone with like this the other day, and I'm like, I look like Big Ed right now.
It's like that Golden Girls episode. Remember where Blanche said, you've never seen that Golden Girl episode where Blanche says, God, I look so old. And then they give her the mirror and she looks over the table and she goes, oh my God.
Oh, I thought you were talking about cell phones. I was like,
no. And then she lays on her back and she goes, oh God, I'm gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
If you haven't watched the Golden Girls, then we're not for you.
Get into it.
We're not for you.
That's the show.
That's the show, everybody. You can go to realitygazepodcast.com to see about our other shit. You can also find myself and Poodle on Cameo.
Yeah. You can contribute to the Poodle's New Computer Fund.
Computer. Maybe people could have you do Rodney cameos.
That's a lot of work, too.
Yo, if you want to
I do the voice and talk like this.
If you are about to give your husband a prenup, then
you got to talk about a prenup.
Then have Poodle do your cameo, y'all.
I think my cameo rates are going up.
Y'all, you can find us on Instagram.
Got to pay for that computer somehow, y'all.
Reality Gaze Podcast is the Instagram. The Twitter's Reality Gaze Pod. Anything else? Y'all.
Or By Curious.
By Curious is we're going to do.
If you're watching the intimate portrait, you're getting it.
We're getting Extreme
Sisters.
It's going to be at the $8 level for people on Reality Gaze.
And we're going to do 2 for free like we normally do.
So our super sissies and our patrons will get it. We're doing it because I really want to cover the whole show. Poodle does not. And he agreed to do it
I'm gonna need to do it as a By Curious first.
So, y'all, if this first episode doesn't come through, then he's not going to let me do it.
Nope.
And I'm going to be upset.
Nope.
So Extreme Sisters better fucking do this shit.
Yep.
Anyway, y'all.
That's it.
All right. We appreciate y'all so much. We love you very much. Hey, we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love, Poodle, in all the wrong places?
Yes. And if you have ever found that dick that fits a vagina like your vagina like a glove, like coming home. Coming home, but I'm coming home. I was doing the end of it, you idiot.
Well, you didn't tell me.
That's it.
Bye, y'all.